Hey, so this is Refrain Prism Memories. Bit of a unique shmup. More about actually fighting against the bullets than dodging them. Um, Whoop, give me one sec. I'm echoing here. Yeah. So you got three ships. You got sort of the standard all-rounder. You got a really cool close combat ship, and this one's my favorite. It's sort of the sniper technical ship. Um, but we'll go into that. Cool thing, I really love this. Each ship actually has its own operating system, I guess you'd call it. And they each match the character's personality. So say if we go into the Blitz Lester ship, you get this sort of operating system. And then we'll go into Miria. Yeah. Nice little touch. And I mean, you've got a bit of story here. I just think this is a really cool little game. Just really surprised no one seems to be talking about it. Anyway, let's go for it. I did get a 1cc in this literally just before hitting the record button here, so we'll just see if that's luck or if I can replicate it. Usually I can get up to the last stage. The last boss even was about 3 or 4 lives, but it just completely ruins me. It is one of the hardest bosses I've played in one of these games. Anyway, a few little mechanics here that do separate it. I guess not too unique, but you do get extra rewards for how close you are to the enemy when they explode. So you see the pickups that are dropping there are quite large because I'm really close to them. The further I go away, the smaller those pickups will be, less points I'll get. You've got a primary fire and a focus fire. And you've got this, your hyper. You've got 6 meters of hyper. 4 can be used at once if you rapidly tap the button. So 1, 2, 3. So that was 3 phases. Just the first phase shoots the missiles. The second one for this ship shoots a straight line of lasers, and then the third one a pattern of lasers. Really cool thing about this is like it really encourages you to use your meter. Like you're not holding onto it very long at all. It charges very quickly, so it's just like an alternate fire really. If you get up to your third charge of meter, if you expend it 3 times, it'll actually knock back and stun any enemies you hit. With the regular enemies like this, 9 times out of 10 they're just gonna die. But when it comes to the bosses, you can actually stop complete patterns from getting through if you hit them with that third or fourth shot. And later on it does become pretty important to do that, especially for survival. You can usually just cheese through some of the early bosses by just making sure you've got enough meter and continually hypering them. I should be getting closer here. Getting a bit distracted by talking. That will make the 1cc attempt a little bit harder. Annoying thing about this game, the only criticism I have, there's no training mode or practice mode, so I can't just go and practice the segments that I'm struggling with. So first level, not a problem. But later on, I don't have nearly as much practice. So let's go for the 4 meter there. So she's stunned, and that circle there contracting will indicate when she'll come out of stun. So I can get up pretty close. I believe the meter charge is a bit faster when you're closer to the enemy too. I think there's a bit of a dot and patchy vibe going. There we go. As you can see, practically cheese through that entire thing. You do have a shield in this, so get hit once, your ship will turn red. Get hit twice, that's when you'll actually die. Those shields do recharge at the start of each stage though, so if you get hit halfway through the stage and manage to avoid getting hit any time past that, come next stage you'll have full life again. Actually, I don't think I mentioned this. Those lines there on the ship, I can actually contract my beam for a more focused fire if I move slightly forwards or slightly back. Slightly back will expand the beams, so for larger patterns. Slightly forwards will contract the beams for more concentrated fire. What I just did there was I used the concept reactor. That's a meter that charges as I collect pickups. It will cancel all bullets on screen into these pickups. And that will then charge my MEFA2 reactor, which is just the hyper gauge. Bunch of silly names. So yeah, just using that hyper to get through these bullet patterns. Yeah, hit my shield there. This pattern always gets me. It's a little bit too chaotic. Those big ships, I typically just use one hyper on them. Usually recharges pretty quickly. Oh. One thing I really like about this game, not so much on this level, but the bullet patterns are just phenomenal. Like, they sort of pulsate and go retract and fly all over the screen. It's really, really unique. Otherwise, graphics are a little bit... Oh, shit. Ah! Otherwise, graphics are a little bit stale, but those bullet patterns really make up for it. I can't believe I lost a life there. Shit. I'll get up to my 4th meter if I can, then try and chain off that. There's 4. Wait for a difficult bullet pattern to cancel. Usually get up to stage 3 again by firing really close. Yep, there we go. Gonna cancel the bullets and use my meter. That usually collects all of the bullets on screen, giving me a bit faster meter gain again. Cancel through that one. Should almost be gone. Oh, might as well get those. So you do gain extra lives, and that's pretty much just based on the total prism count. I think the first one's at 5,000, then 1. I don't know the actual numbers. Yeah, there was another life just gained then, so... So it does pay to pick these up, get close. These bosses can actually fly away too, so if you don't manage to deal enough damage with them, you'll just lose the fight and they'll fly off. Usually when I'm playing the close combat ship, I love playing that close combat ship, but I can never finish the bosses off in time. This pattern gave me a lot of troubles when I first started, but really, you just gotta sit down the bottom, occasionally use missiles to hit those red bullets. Easy. I like to use my meter on those enemies particularly because killing them will cancel all of their bullets, and it can just get a little bit too much when all of the extra enemies are on the screen. These blue bullets on a blue background are a little bit hard to see. So I am trying to keep at least at the middle of the screen, just to get those extra pickups by being closer to the enemies. Not always possible, but as much as I can, like to shoot them as close as... Oh shit, I'm not having a good run. They just came out of nowhere. Oh, close. Very close. Look, we'll at least get to the final boss. I don't know if I'm going to knock it out with 1 credit today. Yeah. Those pink bullets can be shot back down, so I typically use my primary, not my focus, because it has got those lasers on the side. Usually keeps me pretty safe. These lasers don't prove too much of a threat. And this pattern, as long as you're in the middle here, you can move up to the side there. Those lasers do often get me though. They usually snag me on the side. Like I said, if there was a practice mode, I could practice some of these later bosses, it'd be great. Alright, can cancel through that one easy enough. Done. Only 3 ships. Oof. Okay. These missiles are really annoying. You pretty much just have to keep moving. They're just aim shots. They can be shot down, but they move that fast. Alright. There's a few enemies on this one, and actually the final boss employs this mechanic as well, but they can only be taken down by the EMF-EA2 shots. That's interesting, but you'll stay in the same spot until you can take them down with those shots. They do give you the resources to farm up that meter, but yeah, we'll see that in a sec. I like to pretty much just stay in the middle here. These enemy ships will form around me. And usually 1 or 2 of those missiles will take him out, because it launches a little bit behind you to start with. Alright, if we just stay in the middle here, we're generally safe. Yep. And yeah, here there's enemies that need the MEFA2 hyper shot, whatever. They'll shoot lasers, but these walls will block it as well. If I was more confident, I'd probably milk that a little bit just to get my meter up before the second one. But I'm not having the best run, so I just want to get through it safely. Hate that phase. Those missiles always get me. Let's move a little bit too fast for me. Alright. Lead it over to the side here. I want to get that middle one down as quickly as possible, because that's really restricting my movement. Oh. Ah, come on. I need my meter. I need my meter. Alright, this boss is interesting. There's a safe spot on it, right up next to it. If I can safely get in there... Damn it. Oh, I'll use my invincibility here to walk in. Easy. This boss and the first phase of the final boss have a safe spot where you just have to... You can sit there and just keep using your meter. Now this is a really cool fight. Because there's actually 2 of them. Lots and lots of space restriction. And they can only be hit by your hyper. So yeah, any normal shots are going to do nothing. It can make for a pretty long fight, but... It's challenging, but not too bad, because most of the shots are predicted there. Oh, predicted there. Telegraphed. Telegraph's the right word. Really cool patterns, though. Whoops. Should have stayed in that circle. Oh, hopefully I don't get hit. There we go. Shields are recharged at the next level. Okay, 4 ships. I might be able to work with that for the final boss, but forgive me if I don't talk too much, because this will take a lot of concentration. Shit! Fucking hate these lasers. If you can get one line of them down like that, it's usually fairly safe. Only learned that this morning. Okay, so this boss is pretty cool because you're not actually reducing its health, you're charging it up. If you see on this side here, the meter will be going up, not going down. I mean, functionally exactly the same thing, but it's a neat touch. And yeah, just amazing pulsating, really weird patterns. For the most part though, I can sit here and just cancel those bullets with my meter. It charges fast enough that, yeah, really, there's not much more to it. There's a few phases in this fight because it's a pretty long one where I'll have to move around a little bit more, but yeah, it's a bit dull. Yeah, these last two fights are so long. Especially the second phase, the true last boss, it's just ridiculously long. It's more of an endurance run than anything. Alright. Alright, next phase. This one's where I've got to be a bit tricky. Those glowing blue things are usually what get me in the end. Whoop! Oh shit, I shouldn't be there. Oh. Let's see if we can get through this without taking a hit. Once we get onto that final stage, usually pretty safe. These bullets can come out a little bit too fast. Just cancel, cancel, cancel. We're almost there. Just making liberal use of my hyper. Just keeps me safe. Ah, shit. Fuck. Okay. I'll be very happy if I can start that final stage after this with a full 4 ships. Might even be able to stretch it and get a... Yeah, fuck me. I went to cancel the bullets but just did not have the meter. Thought I did. What was I saying? Yeah. You can see how it's charging up just in time. What? Maybe I should shut the fuck up. Charged. We're almost there. There we are. Pissed off at myself for losing that ship there. That could make or break the run. Alright. Alright. This is a light show. This is spectacular. It's just terrifying. Ah. Alright, alright. Wish I had a bit more meter. That one will always fire a second tracked laser after it hits the first one, so as long as you dodge the first one and move up, you're fine. Oh! Should not have been there. Alright, no more commentary. Three pieces of meter for this fight. As long as I can track those to the side, it's fine. Just about leading those tracked shots. Ah, shit. So what I did there is I used my meter just as the phase change and I wasn't able to get any pickups off the stunned boss. This one, you just got to move over to the side. That one got me for the longest time. I did not know how to dodge it. I thought you had to meter just at the right time, but no, just move off to the side. But yeah, those pink that pink ball in the middle can sort of surprise you if you're not looking out for it. Off to the side, we're safe. So stunning the boss in that phase won't actually stop it from firing, which took me off guard a few times. This phase is fucking chaotic. Sorry, I said no more commentary, didn't I? Okay, focus. I'm shitting myself. Out of nowhere. I just want to abuse the hell out of my hypers here. Because I'm so close to it, I'm getting that hyper back really quickly. Okay. Those little spiky balls usually get me here. Okay, 2 more hits. Oh, we're so close. Am I going to get it? So I do have a bit of invincibility when I hyper to get through those lasers. Oh, I just gained another ship. Oh, we are good. We are sweet. I'm gonna shut up now. Oh, I think we're good. I think we're good. Yes! Alright, it wasn't a fluke. Twice in a row. Ah, that's a 1cc of Refrain Prism memories. Oh, need to go and change my pants.